I'm out here in Wallingford going for a quick little walk, thinking about some of the stuff coming along with Sony versus everybody. So if you're a Canon fan, cool. If you're a Panasonic fan, cool. If you are an every camera person fan, cool. Anything other than Sony? But let's talk about this for real. We're going to start with the Sony ZV E10 II. One of the most capable cameras for $1,200. We'll start there because Sony has everything. First off, imagine a camera that can do S-Log or log, can do streaming from it, and does an all intra. Now, for those who don't know, an all intra is going to be the best format for long-term usage of footage and video. And it's a true frame per frame video versus what they call long GOP, which isn't true. It's kind of like a fake frame. Like for every 8 frames, only 1 is real and the rest is kind of like made up, fitting in the pieces that are missing. The next closest camera that has all long GOP available, all eye available versus long GOP in a Canon or a Nikon costs $2,000. Now, I know that doesn't seem like a fair assessment, but when you can get a Super 35 camera for $1,200 that has all intra, that has the ability to stream directly from the camera, like I'm doing right now with the cell phone, can do SRT, RTMP, Facebook, YouTube, just directly from the camera, and add any lens you want to, that's unbeatable. Next level up from that is going to be the ZV-1s, which has that sensor from the A7S III or the FX3. Once again, video line, all intro, and you can use that camera. So we're now at the second set of cameras. Still, that one's going to be like $2,800. And if you don't want to spend $2,800, you can stay in the Super 35 and get the FX30. Now that's a beast. Once you get to the FX30, there isn't another camera that's a workhorse camera, and I do mean workhorse camera, that's better than the FX30 at $2,000. Now a lot of people bring up the Panasonics and the other ones that are around that $2,000 range and go, well, that's a better camera. In an extent, up until you realize you're 6 hours into the shoot and your camera is burnt out and you've had it overheat 3 or 4 times and the FX30 is in 90-degree weather, 100-degree weather, doesn't even slow down. While you're at it, you can get raw footage out of it using an Atomos. You get all intro, you get high-speed cards, you can have the battery bay open and the camera still be on. Canon, we're talking to you. You can get audio directly from a mixer board from a line level, while at the same time recording a safety track through your auxiliary in or recording a producer's track. So that later on, after the show's done, you have all the information you need. This is why Sony is the ultimate beast. Plus all the cinema lenses, plus you get 2500 and 800 ISO. Both are more than acceptable. Both can handle the job at that level. Then the next level up from that's the FX3. Another camera that has all intra, 4K, 120, just kicks butts. Ice Agent. Oh, that's funny. What was it? Mervis. You do realize I'm black. I don't have to worry about an Ice Agent. But I'm talking about Sony cameras tonight. Now, if you're interested in understanding why a particular camera is good, we can talk. If you want to talk about Ice Agents, that's cool too, but that's not what this chat's about. Now, if you go up to the FX3s, oh, Mario, hi to you too. Victor, hi. Yeah, Sony. If you go up to the FX3s, This is where things kind of change because you get a professional camera sensor. When I say professional camera sensor, I mean the same one that's in the FX6. You get pretty much the same capabilities. Plus, if you needed to turn in what they call main concept or MXF files, you can. You do have to do some transcoding, but transcoding is a pretty normal part of the work we do anyway, so no surprises. Oh yeah, Mario, there was somebody talking about an ICE agent. I don't know, they're having their fun, let them. I think it's that Trump thing. They hate Trump and they're like, look, you're brown, they're gonna put you in jail. It's dumb stuff. I've been seeing it a lot on chats lately. Now with the FX3, you have probably one of the best and most powerful cameras out there. Thanks, Jace, appreciate it, man. It gives you a lot of professional tools, especially if you know how to use the apps. Now, Mary, I'm not an agent. Especially if you know how to use the apps. Because once you're using the apps with the Sonys, then you get all of your extra stuff. So if you got an iPhone and all the rest, this is what the other camera manufacturers don't have. If you have an iPad and you're using up to 4 Sony FX series cameras, and this is kind of a weird rant, I just went off to this, you can run all 4 cameras, see the LUTs on the camera, see the angles on it, see the color on it, like your color grading color, like your LUT. You can also see false colors, anamorphic D-squeeze, all of that on the app. Bye, Mario. I guess you're having your moment. You can see it all on the app. And that's really impressive that you can do that and also record from there and control it. A lot of people are now starting to utilize the Sonys that way. That's another reason why these Sonys are the ultimate. So the ZV series and the 10 series, the FX series, both have that capability. Now moving the map up. So if you buy a Sony now, unlike Canon, unlike Panasonic, and unlike the rest, we have cameras all the way up to the Venice that we can use all of our cameras with. It's about to get really dark. I'm leaving Wallingford and heading up to Aurora. And no other camera manufacturer can do that same thing. There's a couple of them that are starting to get there. I take that back. Whoa, 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 before the Nikon people get in here and give me a hard time. Nikon technically now can say they have from head to toe all the way up to a cinema camera taken on the Venice. But Canon can't, Panasonic can't, nobody else can. And that's where having a Sony is probably the best route to go right now. Because if you have a Sony, you pretty much have the most professional setup there is. You have the ability to do whatever you want, whatever package you want. Now tomorrow, is it tomorrow or is it Saturday? Oh no, sorry, Saturday morning, I'll be doing a live after I set up for an interview, and this will show you why the Sony's a little bit better than all the other manufacturers. Preamps too, a bunch of other stuff, but in my opinion, if you're gonna be looking at going into a camera system, Sony's the way to go. They've got professional camcorders, PTZs, small cameras, big cameras, crash cameras, cinema cameras, mid-cinema cameras, even their entry cameras. So if we're talking like an A7 IV, A7R 4 or 5, hell, just about any of their cameras, they really have the best cameras. Now, I went on a little bit of a tangent because basically they talked about agents and I literally lost track of what I was talking about. I'll do another live later tonight. We'll talk about cameras and really get deep into it. But right now, that ICE agent stuff kind of got me all goofy, and then it's getting kind of dark over here and I got to get up to Highway 99 and go from there. Peace. Bye.